Tama yung ating hinala from the very start na si BBM was merely gimmicking, kumbaga. This was a publicity gimmick. Yung mahiya naman kayo. So that's why the congressmen were clapping. Kaya sila nagsa-standing ovation. Kasi hindi naman talaga intensyon na may mahuli. So this is what is happening now. So habang nangyayari din ito locally para mahubaran ng proteksyon si Inday, lalong-lalo na dito sa sa Senado, anong ginagawa nila? They're pushing for the prosecution of Rodrigo Duterte sa ICC. They're pushing for the prosecution of VP Inday and her impeachment and her disqualification in 2028. Why? Because she is still the man to beat. Hindi sila magbubuhas ng ganitong klaseng energy, ganitong klaseng pera, ng ganitong klaseng resources at oras sa isang VP Inday, sa isang Inday Sara kung hindi siya nakakatakot sa kanila. And look at what they're doing. May ginagawa pa ba silang serbisyo para sa mga sa bayan? Ha? Parang kaliwat kanan ang nakawan. Kung hindi nakawan, incompetence naman ang nakikita natin. So, really, are they still doing work? No, because that was the plan all along. Pagkasampa bilang mga opisyales ni Presidente Marcos at ni Presidente Marcos himself, hindi niya plano na magbigay ng serbisyo. He was only going to do the bare minimum. Bakit? Ano yung talagang purpose nila? To gather the resources. That's why ganyan. Gather the resources. Huwag niyo sasabihin na hindi naman sila kumikita sa mga graft ng mga ibang opisyales, di ba? Well, ako, I wouldn't believe na walang ganansya dyan. Now, what they're doing is gathering resources, putting in the infrastructure to make sure that they will be in power for at least 20 years. Okay? Nalas kong naririnig sa kanila yan, 20 years si senior, dapat 20 years din sila. Plus, they're making up for lost time. Yung time na nasa Hawaii sila, yung time na nasa New York or whatever, yung time na wala sila dito sa Pilipinas, gusto nilang bawiin yun. So, let's begin. May mga surprises din. Hindi lang tayo ang nagulat, pati yung kabila nagulat. So, this is a day of surprises and upheavals. Sabi nga nila, astrologically speaking, na-predict ito. Maraming nagsasabi na astrologers. If you believe in that stuff, di ko pinipilit sa inyo, na itong 8th daw may mangyayari. Upheavals daw, and meron upheavals nga. So, let's begin. They started out with the Senate investigation, the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee inquiry into flood control. So, ang dami pang oh my God, di ba? So, flood control, syempre Senator Marcoleta pulled off a masterful stroke na pakanta niya ang Diskaya couple. Dun sa mga naghahanap ng ibang mga pangalan na hindi na ibunyag ng mga Diskaya, chill lang kasi isang kontratista pa lang yan. Tandaan po ninyo, yung mga iba na hinahanap ninyo who may appear to be most likely involved in something like this, baka iba yung kontratista nila. So chill lang, baka later on pa lumabas, if makakalabas pa. Bakit? Dahil nag-Senate ko. Okay? We were not able to foresee this happening today. Ngunit mukhang napamadali yung mga pangyayari dahil nga may kumanta. So, what does this mean? It means it's time for us to examine this issue of flood control. Tama yung ating hinala from the very start na si BBM was merely gimmicking, kumbaga. This was a publicity gimmick. Yung mahiya naman kayo. So that's why the congressmen were clapping. Kaya sila nagsa-standing ovation. Kasi hindi naman talaga intensyon na may mahuli. Unfortunately, may mga dumating. Si Governor, biglang nakalimutan ko. Yung isang governor at saka si Congressman Toby Tiangco. It makes you wonder dun sa mga kalaban natin, sino ba talaga ang magkakampi at sino ang magkakalaban? Kasi sa atin, DDS, simple lang yan eh. If you support Duterte, that's it, kakampi ka. Pero sa kanila, dahil sa dami ng mga machinations at Governor Dolor, thank you kay Phoenix, si Governor Dolor was there, although mas explosive talaga yung sinasabi ni Kong Tiangco. So at the start, Congressman Toby, akala ko, wow, daming revelations talagang pero wala pang name names. Mamaya, nung in-introduce ni Senator Marcoleta na ang Diskaya mayroong magsasubmit ng affidavit, sabi ko, alam ko na may I was expecting talaga the Diskayas kasi sila yung binabato, sila yung nakakaramdam ng brand, ng galit ng mga tao. But kumbaga, if they were going to go down, I doubt if they would be the types who would go down by themselves. Magsasama sila. So dahil sa pagbubunyag nila ng ilang mga pangalan, nakagulat-gulat. Ngayon, kumakaripas na ang lahat, nagpo-post na ng kanilang mga disclaimer na mga I deny, karapatan nila yan and that is good. That's how the legal system works. That's how democracy works. Of course, they will deny it. Hukuman talaga ang magde-decide ng kanilang guilt or innocence. Natawa naman ako kay Undersecretary Claire kasi sabi niya, hindi lahat ng nasa listahan ay guilty. So, girl, alam namin yun. Merong presumption of innocence. No person may be deprived of life, liberty, or property without due process of law. Nagre-react lang yung mga tao at the audacity of these people kasi marami dito sa kanila yung mga holier than thou. And by the way, hindi pa kumpleto ang listahan na yan. Kung mabigyan ng pagkakataon ang ibang mga kontratista na kumanta na rin, sana mahaba at symphonic talaga, kung mas marami pang gugulong dyan. More surprising, in fact, was the fact na nabanggit si Speaker Martin Romualdez at si Congressman Saldico. Kasi alam natin na maraming mga high-ranking officials and officials in the House and even in Malacanang who want to protect their names, who want to protect these two, na magkaroon ng actual out-and-out na akusasyon sa kanila. So far, naririnig natin, of course, is still hearsay. Nevertheless, that is the coin of politics. Diba? The rumor mill is still like that. At any rate, lumabas na in a Senate proceeding yung pangalan ni Saldico at ni Congressman Martin Romualdez. Again, since there was no direct dealing with them, it might still be hearsay, but it is still, how do you call this? We will have to refresh you on the rule on hearsay. What is hearsay? Ibig sabihin, yung truth or falsity cannot be admitted as evidence. So, for instance, person A is talking to person B. Person A tells person B, I saw person X slapping a child. No, teka, masyadong violent yung image. Sige, I saw person X shoplifting. Ayan. Sabi ni, so, si B, pinatestigo. Sabi ni A sa akin, nakita daw niya si person X, ang akusado na nagsha-shoplift. Objection, sasabihin ng kalaban, hearsay. Sasabihin ng counsel na nagpaupo sa kanya na he is only testifying as to the fact of what he witnessed. Ibig sabihin, may value pa rin yung pagsasabi kasi he is a witness to this person accusing another person. Not as to the truth or falsity of what that person said. Okay? Medyo manipis yung linya. Gayon pa man. Okay. But still, in a Senate proceeding where everything is recorded, the speaker's name is out, Saldico's name is out, Congressman Toby had given had explained how this works, identified how the papers move, and so on. So we got a clearer picture kung paano nangyayari ang ganito. At during the Senate inquiry, lumabas din yung ibinunyag. Nakainis nga ako, konti nakaka-appreciate yung ibinunyag ni Congressman Sid Ungab. Nung pinatestify si DBM, ang sabi niya, hindi po kami ang nag-diminish kasi sila kasama dun sa mga grupo na nagkikilatis ng mga foreign assistance programs. It was the DPWH na nagsabing isiro nyo yan. Doon sa doon sa 2025. It was the DPWH who said bawasan nyo yan. Because involved sila doon sa mga anomalya. Next. Huwag muna tayo magpa-distract, pwede. You can keep your comments later. I mean, you can comment. Pero yung mga katanungan, natitrigger kami na hindi natitrigger, napipilitan kami to read your inquiries also. So, kailangan nyo na lang po iulit ang katanungan nyo. Pero let's keep to the topic kasi sandali lang ako, may klase ako. Okay? Next. Okay. So, next, ang daming lumabas. Sa sobrang daming lumalabas doon sa inquiry, doon as they were speaking, kinuwento ni Senator Amy Marcos doon sa media na yes, may ongoing nga daw na meeting. But there were two meetings that were going on. One in the House, one in the Senate. So there was a flurry of phone calls in between. Diba? Ang daming mga phone calls, mga frantic na usapan. Bakit? May mga hindi inaasahang lumabas. Tandaan ninyo, hindi nakokontrol ng kahit sino si Senator Marcoleta. And rumagsa. Kanina, mayroon siya talagang hindi siya pinatigil yung testigo ng mga diskaya, inadmit niya kaagad ang affidavit, and he noted that the affidavit had been duly notarized, etc. Sabi mamaya na, tapos sasabihin mo, naguguluhan ako, tapos magtatanong. Grabe kayo. Okay, next. So, the revelations and the seriousness with which the flood control issue has been tackled, lalong-lalo na dito sa Senado, at yung public response na galit sa administrasyon, galit sa mga nakaupo, at lalong matinding galit sa ilang mga legislators ang naging mitsa para proceed yung Senate coup. Bakit? May mga things na hindi na nila makontrol si Cheese Escudero daw. Kasi he allowed the testimony ni Toby Tiangco. Inallow niya yung pag-proceed ng Senate inquiry. Hindi ito dinelay. Hindi, tumuloy-tuloy. And in fact, even if ang konti ng binibigay na oras, dahil si Senator Marcoleta yan, ang daming nailabas. Okay? So, at this point, naging masyado ng mainit yung issue ng flood control at nung unholy alliances between the executive and the legislature. Okay? May administrators ba ako dito sa TikTok? Dahil sa sinasabi natin ngayon, dumadami na naman yung trolls na walang katuturan ang sinasabi but are intended to distract us from the topic. Okay? So, naman mga administrators sa TikTok. Okay. So, because the issue had gotten serious and had gotten lumagsa, nagsusnowball yung issue, it was time for to discipline the Senate. Si Cheese Escudero ang nagpagbalingan. But it was necessary to maghanap ng adherence. Okay, take note of the vote, 15. Ilan ang hindi nila, they did not bother to ask others to sign. So yung Duterte block relatively intact except for dun sa ilan na tumawid. Sino-sino yung mga tumawid na yan? Teka, balikan natin. Nahanap ko pa. Dali lang. Sandali. Ayun. Okay. 2 Villar, 2 Tulfo, Senator Win Gatchalian, Senator Kiko, Senator Bam, Senator Lito Lapid. So, tapos yung mga nag-oppose dati dun sa pag-dismiss ng kaso ng impeachment, which of course is Senator Grace Poe, Senator Risa Hontiveros, yung dalawa. Meron pa ba akong nakalimutan na bumoto for Senator Soto? Of course, Senator Soto himself. Okay. Legarda. Yes, thank you very much. And Zubiri. Okay, so kumpleto na. Okay. So bakit? Inconvenient na po ang flood control. So what happens with the change in leadership dito sa Senado? Mag-change din kung sino yung head ng Blue Ribbon. At kung hindi nila makokontrol o madidisiplina, and it's very unlikely that they'll be able to do that with Senator Marcoleta, that is either the end of the Senate Blue Ribbon inquiry into the contractors or curated na yan. May mimili na lang sila ng witnesses. It will be conducted the same way the House Quadcom and Tricoms have been conducting their hearings. Okay. So, okay. Now, why is this necessary? Number one, bakit si Soto? Significant si Soto kasi siya ay against the dismissal of the impeachment and has been in very close communication with the palace. Naaalala nyo ba, umupo siya doon sa unang-unang pagdidinig tungkol doon sa flood control at ulit-ulit niyang sinasabi, I was talking to the president. O, di ba? I was in touch with the palace yesterday. May mga ganyan. I talked with Chuchu, ganyan. Parati niyang sinasabi, parang name drop siya ng name drop ng palasyo ng ganon. So, parang ang lumalabas, why are you sitting there? Nagbabantay ka ba? Now, hindi ko talaga, honestly, hindi ko to nakitang, what we knew is malaki yung revelations ngayon sa inquiry. And we knew na tinatrabaho na si Cheese from the moment pinalabas na si Lubiano daw ay nag-contribute kay Cheese Escudero, napaisip na ako, bakit? Yung donation ni Lubiano, the only reason they know that was because it was declared, number one. Naka-declare sa SOSE niya, sa statement of contributions and expenses. Not only that, it was very clear in the SOSE na this was donated by Lubiano in his personal capacity and not as a corporation. The COMELEC is aware of this pero walang sinabi ang COMELEC and accepted the SOSE and now he is free and clear. Bakit? Tinanggap eh. So why bring it up now? The only reason is because Cheese has now become rather inconvenient for the administration. Sabi ni Bebby, ano nangyari sa Duterte Block? This one I will answer. We didn't see this coming. Nobody saw this coming except the people who are plotting about it. And in fact, ang palabas pa sila ng rumor that it was Martin Romualdez's head on the chopping block. Naglabas pa sila na it was Albi Benitez na napupusuan and it was the first lady na gumagalaw about it. But apparently, based dun sa insiders natin na sinasabi ngayon, is that it was always about Cheese. Si Cheese daw talaga ang pinatatanggal because of the Senate Blue Ribbon Committee hearings. Pansin nyo, kukonti ang nanonood nung sa House hearings. Kukonti yung even at the time na akala natin na mai-invite si Mayor Benji Magalong sa House, wala pa rin masyadong nanonood until yun na nga, narinig na natin na someday pa bago siya ma-invite para magbigay saksi doon sa sa Quadcom or sa Committee on Good Governance sa House. Okay. But while all of this was happening, umuwi si Royina Garma. Of course, si Garma, dating pulis yan, naka-assign sa Davao, allegedly o kiniklaim ng Quadcom dati na mayroon siyang association with former President Duterte. Okay. And at the start, she had a very usual affidavit na walang ganito, Duterte never did this, and so on. Yan yung original testimony niya. Later on, she recanted and then nagturo na kay Presidente Duterte. Bakit? Okay. It was very clear, ayun, nag-delay ng konti yung class ko. It was very clear, di ba, that even habang nandun siya, nakaupo siya sa house, takot na takot siya dun sa mga taong nag-handle. Yung isang police colonel who refused to answer, points for anybody who can name him, and who was detained for that purpose, explained kung anong nangyayari sa ganyan. Pagka ayaw mong mag-witness o witness ka pero iba ang sasabihin mo, they will offer you or they will threaten you. And that is what happens, he says. That is what he understands. Thank you. Ayun, nanalo yung TikTokers. Nauna sila. Grijaldo. Colonel Grijaldo said that this is what happens in the house. And siya lang ang nakahindi. He was ready to go to jail for it, ready to be detained, ready for the consequences. Hindi siya magpapa-pressure. Sabi niya, anong mukha ihaharap niya kung magsisinungaling siya? Sabi niya, that's a travesty to the uniform. But not all police officers have that kind of integrity. So ngayon, umuwi si Royina Garma para gamitin siya bilang witness sa ICC. O bakit ngayon lang binunyag? Because very active, as we had informed you earlier, di ba? Nung may nagsabi umuwi si Garma, we said that's an ICC thing. Bakit? Si CSOJ, Secretary Boying Remulla, is now in charge of gathering witnesses and evidence to be used against PRD. Bakit? Yung mga original complainants, kulang ang ebidensya. And they are now committed to making sure na hindi makauwi si PRD. They are aware that the way the case stands right now, kulang ang ebidensya, so nag-gather sila para sila na ang mag-submit. Anong sinabi ni Kaufman na hindi kayo kaagad naniwala? Sabi niya, in all but name, it is the President of the Philippines who is prosecuting the case against former President Rodrigo Duterte. And that is the proof. That is the evidence. The evidence is that it is the SOJ who is gathering witnesses to present in the ICC against Rodrigo Duterte. The four-letter words. Gusto kong magmura kaya lang I don't want to to get taken off the air. Remember, BBM, the president, said to us repeatedly from the campaign period all the way until the first and second year of his presidency, I do not recognize the jurisdiction of the ICC. How many times do I have to say it? I don't recognize it. The Philippines doesn't recognize it. And then he lies again. Nung kinuha si Duterte, sabi niya, we had no choice. He recognized kasi the jurisdiction of Interpol. And as it turns out, we had no obligation to turn him over. The Philippines' obligation with regard to Interpol was to take the person subject of the subpoena to court. Okay. So ano nangyari dito? What we're ayan na. Dami pang pumapasok na info eh. Okay. So, Cheese Escudero was inconvenient and so is Rodante Morcoleta. The Duterte bloc was gaining. Lalong-lalo nagginamit. Ito silang naglabas ng flood control, but it was the Duterte bloc and tayo who ran with it. Tayo yung naglalabas ng mga information, tayo yung nagpapakalat, and tayo yung nire-real talk natin. How can the president say in all honesty na seryoso siya about sa pagpupuksa ng korupsyon when he has done nothing to secure the evidence, to secure the witnesses, to make sure that these people don't leave the country, to make sure that the money doesn't disappear. Kailan sila nagpa-imbestiga sa AMLA? Recently lang. Kailan nila nilabas? Weeks ago. 'Di ba? Mayroong ilang mga kongresista umalis na ng bansa. Mayroon ng iba na they're already planning their exit strategies. So what did Marcoleta do? He secured witnesses. He made sure at he dotted the I's and crossed the T's. Bakit? He made sure na yung notaryo na yan, he read it into the record, he read the affidavit into the record, so there would be no question about recantation later on. There would be no issue about, ay nagkamali, ay typo, ay wala, ganyan. Hindi pwede yung, hindi na nila pa. And not only that, he subjected them to questioning. This is what happens in court. When you give your affidavit, you will be questioned on your affidavit. You will attest to the truth or falsity of the statements that are contained therein. Attest to your signature. Attest to being the person who executed that affidavit. Magaling si Marcoleta. So, seeing that, sa tingin nyo, hindi gagalaw yung kabila? Ito yung galaw. Ito yung galaw para hindi umabot sa punto na lumabas na ang ebidensya tungkol dun sa mga tao na inaasahan pa rin ni BBM hanggang ngayon. Why does he let Congressman Toby Tiangco hit at Martin Romualdez? For his political pogi points. Pero ang totoo niyan, he will always save his cousin. Diba? It is still, dinig ko, it was a very close presidential relative, no, not the First Lady, who called up sa Senate to mobilize some of the admin forces and to talk to the people, to yung mga nag-waiver pa, to convince them to go and vote for Soto as Senate President. Now, here are my thoughts on Senator Soto as Senate President. Number one, we know that he has not made a secret of the fact that he is more than willing to be the palace lackey here. And I'm sure he will say, no, I don't want, I'm not being the palace lackey. Yeah, but your statements belie your denial. I talked to the president. The president said, if he really what he really wanted to show, not just us, but more his colleagues, that he has the ear or he has links to the palace and that he's there to do the job for them, to be the palace's man in the Senate. Why? Because without the Senate, the president could be very vulnerable. Now, again, of course, we expect that because Soto has also made no secret of the fact that he wants the impeachment to continue, there are possibilities to reverse the decision of the Senate on impeachment, to allow it to continue, to make some kind of policy magic so that mabuhay yung kaso na yan. He is more than willing to flout the directives of the Supreme Court. Right now, naka-MR. So sasabihin niya, di pa naman final yung Supreme Court, hindi tayo susunod. Kitang-kita na po, padating sila. They're up to no good, and that no good is to make sure na may impeach si VP Inday. Now, anong mangyayari kung hindi na si Marcoleta nasa Blue Ribbon? Ang mga lalabas na pangalan sa mga iniimbestigahan dyan, Duterte, at Duterte pa rin. Or any of their allies. So, hindi ako magdududa kung biglang lilitaw ang pangalan na naman. Well, andyan na yung pangalan ni Senator Bongo. Pero they will look for other allies of the former president or of the vice president. This flood control issue now, babalik, they're going to put it back on track, and the track was to bring it back to the doorstep of the Dutertes who have very little to do with this. Not only that, they might start even investigating other things about the vice president or any of her allies. If there was any reason for us to take to the streets, ito yun. Kasi nagkamali sila. Again, it was only supposed to be a PR gimmick. It was only supposed to be a soundbite para sa SONA. Kaya palakpakan because the congressmen didn't believe that any of this is going to affect them. Sure, pag-aanuhin yung flood control, pero hindi nila akalain na sila ang iimbestigahan. Unfortunately, meron ngang mga katulad ni Toby Tiangco who believes that Martin Romualdez is bad for the president. Kasi nga, masyadong how do you call this? Masyadong open. Masyadong, yung kitang-kita, people suspect that it looks like a duck, it walks like a duck, and it quacks like a duck, therefore corruption. Di ba? Ganun na yung tingin ng mga tao. And, well, that's always been the style of Congressman Toby. It is his strong belief that he's protecting the president when he brings out issues like this. Di ko alam if he is in on it. Di ko alam kung talagang nililin lang niya lang tayo. Pero what we know is this, with Soto as president, we have to double down to protect the vice president. O dun sa mga trolls na natitrigger dun sa sinasabi ko, you don't have to be here. Pero I hope you stay para mainis kayo. Wala daw si Grace po. O nga pala, wala na, di ba, si Grace po. Thank you very much, Ma'am Lulette, for correcting me. So, let's take your questions. Para dun sa sa nakinig dun sa live natin yesterday and the day before, yung tungkol dun sa pinunyag ni Congressman Ungab, nasa TikTok na po yung video para ma-explain. Sabi ni Archives, tambaloslos, ngiting tagumpay na. But still, lumabas yung pangalan nila. They didn't expect that. May mga kongresista nagsilabasan yung mga pangalan nila, and many of them are allied with the administration. They're going to have some time trying to clean that up. And oh, by the way, hindi nila pwedeng i-libel suit kapag testimony in a Senate proceeding. Yan. 'Di ba? Sabi ni ni Yawaka. What comes next? With Soto as Senate President, how will that shape the future? We already mentioned this. Sabi ni FI, ni Filipino Leaks, we have to solidify even more now that Senate are kain-suka majority. Hindi ko na sabi nung isa, I'm very curious as who will form the minority. Hindi pa ba obvious? Everybody they didn't bother to ask to vote. Robin, Senator Bato, Senator Marcos, Senator Go, and one more. Cheese. 5. I'm sure meron pa kasi 15 lang ang bumoto eh. Para dun sa mga nagtatanong, may solid evidence po ba kaya? What do you think constitutes solid evidence? Well, testimonial evidence is important. So number 1 yan. Tandaan ninyo, yung mga testimonies against JPE dati, walang papel yun ha. Oral testimony lang yung mga yon, nakulong siya. That was sufficient to put them in jail. Habang nagta-trial, of course, ewan ko, na-acquit na ba siya? But that was sufficient to for probable cause. So I don't know what you mean by solid evidence. However, habang nagdi-discuss kanina, pinalabas ni Senator Marcoleta that they have kept track of the text messages and all that. So pati mga emails. So I don't understand why you're asking may solid evidence. Pinag-uusapan na nga yung communications nila kanina. That is solid evidence. Sabi ni Lily Rose, pwede pala maging SP kahit nasa minority si Soto. Hindi na po, nagbago na po ang komposisyon. Hindi na po sila minority kasi magkakasama na sila. Lahat ng bumoto para kay Soto, that is the new majority. So yan po ang mangyayari, magpapalit na ngayon ng chairmanships ng mga committees. So I expect na si Senator Marcoleta ay matatanggal sa chairmanship ng Blue Ribbon Committee. Sabi ni Carda Uyabas, 5 of the congressmen list is from Quezon City. That doesn't matter. That's not significant because this is just one contractor. Diskaya lang yan. So ibig sabihin, posible na ito dito sa Quezon City, yan po yung happy hunting grounds ng mga diskaya. But if you're looking at another contractor, iba yung mga lalabas doon. Walang, are you saying that congressmen from Quezon City are necessarily more corrupt? Hindi, I think they're just as corrupt as everybody else. If at all. Yan na. Sabi ni Ma'am Chona, naniniwala kayo kay Diskaya? Paano credibility nila? Daming ghost project kagaya ng sa UP Manila, di nga sila nakasagot eh. So ma'am, that's precisely why they are credible. Ano ba ma'am? Ano yung concept ng whistleblower? Kasama ka. Kasama ka dun sa paggagawa ng krimen. And by the way, walang nagsasabing state witness sila ha. Nakuha ni Marcoleta, walang hiningi, walang ni-negotiate, except na he wants to make sure that they are safe. Ano ba kayo? That's precisely why they are believable because they're admitting to the crime. So, diba? Don't you understand that part? Kasi kung free and clear ka, lily white ka, you have nothing to do with any of the crimes. Yun ang magtatanong tayo, paano ka naging credible dyan? Ano ang personal knowledge mo? Because a witness must have personal knowledge. Sabi ni Joms, may pag-asa pa ba Pilipinas? Ano ba? Nandito pa tayo? Bakit sasabihin niyo yung may pag-asa pa ba? In fact, this should motivate you. Kung madidepress ka, kuhang-kuha nila yung kiliti nyo. Ayan, sige, bugbugin natin ng bugbugin ng maraming stories ng katiwalian. True or not, para ma-depress sila, sabihin nila, ay wala nang pag-asang Pilipinas, alis na lang kami. And then you're falling right into their trap. Why say that? Of course may pag-asa, but you will make that. You generate your hope. You generate your actions. We don't have to accept this. Sabi ni Ponyos, not surprised by the move, surprised that the Duterte senators did nothing, even Sobato smiling. Hello, they were not asked. In other countries, the opposition would be calling for revolution. We need chaos now. Sorry, they were not asked. Hindi mo ba narinig yung sinabi ni Senator Amy? Habang naghihiring sila, habang nasa hearing sila, yun, gumagalaw yung kabila. Gets nyo? So, yung ngiti na yun, yung ngiting, oh, shoot, na isahan kami. Bakit madalian? Aabot na dun sa taas yung mga yung mga testigo eh. Yep. Sabi ni Ma'am Lani, may public statement si Congrida na mag-file siya ng libel against the Discayas. Not in a sworn statement, not in a proceeding. Ewan ko kung may mahanap silang loophole. Ano pong ibig sabihin ng talawan? Tama ba yan? Ma'am Lea says, in Bisaya, talawan. Sabi ni Melchor, nag-panic mode ba kanina sa Senate hearing? May ilang nawalang senador sa hearing at absent because of Toby and Diskaya? Well, not only that, nag-meeting, nakita niya, narinig niya yung sinabi ni Senadora Amy. Sabi niya, oy, hindi na kailangan umalis ni DBM Secretary, kasi dapat aalis ng maaga si Sec Amena kasi mag-hearing sa House. Kinancel daw yung hearing at nagmi-meeting daw. In fact, ang kwento sa akin ng tagaloob sa House is parang namatayan daw sila doon dahil lumabas yung mga pangalan pa rin. Ang init, sorry. Sabi ni JP, the Diskayas too. The Diskayas have everything to lose, so they will spill their guts because they know who will be blamed if anything happens to them. Plus, who in their right mind would you go against and make lies about these powerful congressmen at times like this? Exactly. Exactly. Yung it adds to the credibility, the fact that these are powerful people that you're testifying against. Sabi ni Alan, big surprise ang pagpalit ng liderato sa Senado after makonect si House Speaker. Di ba? Although it was being planned already, hindi naman tumigil si Senator Soto. Galit na galit siya nung hindi siya naupo na Senate President. O tingnan nyo, na-dismiss tuloy yung kaso ni Inday. Galit na galit siya. And he has made no secret of that. Kitang-kita mo naman pag nagsasalita siya sa Senado. Sabi ni Shane, kaya pala confident mag-deny ang halos lahat ng mga contractors kasi magpapalit na Senate leadership. Di sila yung iba nag-deny. May iba nagdi-deny, merong iba nga huling-huli na deny pa rin. Para sa akin kasi yung mga contractors, in the bigger scheme of things, given na pwede silang i-threaten, sila yung weakest link dyan . So, kasi sinong may control ng mga papeles? Yung mga nasa DPWH or yung mga nasa government agencies. Except for those that are given to the contractors. So, sino ang maraming hawak na ebidensya? It's the government side. So, mga kontratista, very vulnerable sila. Ang dali-dali nilang ilaglag. Sabi ni Ma'am Nene Q, Honti is the new Blue Ribbon Committee Chairman. Hindi ko po nakikita. Let me see. So, may nag-message sa akin. Bakit daw hindi tinatanggal si Congressman Martin bilang House Speaker? In the end, kamag-anak pa rin yan. Or baka hindi pa kaya ni Sandro. Kasi sa totoo lang, I really thought na either Sandro or Albi Benitez would sit. I didn't see this coming, so mali talaga ako daw. Pero now, okay, andito na sila. Andito na yung mga pangyayari. What do we do? Well, now, we have to start thinking. Di ba kahapon or the other day, pinag-uusapan natin kung anong klaseng mga activities ang pwede natin gawin. Now, I understand, hindi lahat ng mga panawagan sa rally gusto ninyong puntahan or kakayanin ninyong puntahan. Case in point talaga was the recent one. So, anong gagawin? Well, you can conduct your own activities, but first, express yourself. Ang social media is still one of the best venues to express yourselves. Yung pagko-comment nyo lang dito, malaking bagay na yan. But also, comment on other people's walls. Comment on your walls. Make sure that your voice is heard. Talk to your family, talk to your friends, OFWs, kausapin nyo po yung mga pamilya ninyo. Kung hindi sila aware sa mga pangyayari, i-update nyo na po sila. Hindi po. Sabi ni Alphabet, nagtatalon si Bonjing sa kaligayahan. Not necessarily. Lumabas yung pangalan niya. You can't put that, you can't put the genie back in the bottle. So, he will have to overcome that. Tandaan niyo, not everything has gone their way. Tandaan nyo, yung contributions or yung nagawa, both ni Cheese Escudero at ni Senator Marcoleta, kaya nga sila pinag-iinitan. Kailangan mapakita natin yung ginagawa nila. So, you know that Senator Marcoleta could not hold any of these hearings kung hindi pumayag si SP Cheese. Hindi mag-aabot ng ilang hearing na kung hindi pumayag si SP Cheese because the subpoenas, all of that, these are signed or approved by the Senate President. Sabi ni Ferlud, what happens now to solving corruption? First of all, corruption isn't something that you solve. Okay? This is, like any crime, it is the result of human weakness. So it's going to happen. What you want to do is to make sure that, one, it is highly discouraged. Number two, that it is all, the people are made accountable, nahuhuli sila. It's like, have you ever said, let's solve, let's solve the problem of people killing each other. So you put in laws, you try to catch them, you put them in jail, but you also recognize that there is impetus for people to unalive each other. That's why we have laws for that. But what we want to do is solve the cases. Sinong kumikita dito sa flood control? Kasi nakakahiya. Yan talaga literal. Nakakahiya because people are dying because of you guys. Sabi ni, akala ko nasa tamang landas na tayo, kaunti, kaso ito na naman. Because remember that this is the Marcos Romualdez administration. Huwag tayong umasa. Kaya nga, di ba, from the start, sinasabi natin, hindi ako naniniwala sa sincerity ni BBM. Hindi ako naniniwala kasi wala siyang intention na hulihin talaga yung mga, panagutin yung mga tao. Hindi niya hinuhuli, hindi niya sinisiguro na na-freeze ang mga accounts. Ang kamalasan lang, dahil nga, mabilis si SP Cheese at saka si Kong Marcoleta, dahil sa bilis nila, may mga lumabas na pangalan. That is something that they wanted to stop. Tandaan niyo po, di ba, during the first and even second hearings, hindi umaabot sa mga kongresista. Walang pangalan na lumalabas, walang mga legislators na lumalabas. Ang nakikita lang, ang pinag-iinitan, mga kontratista, konti sa DPWH. Until yun na nga, the second hearing, medyo na yung DPWH, umiinit na sa DPWH. Today, lumabas na yung sa legislator. Sa tingin ninyo, patutuloy po nila yan. Salamat po sa reminder. Thank you kay Stitches and Needles. Sa inis natin, nakalimutan yung antipara. Sabi ni Grototo, na-scam na naman si Inday VP ng mga Villars. Well, we don't know. Hanap muna tayo ng information about that. Yes, of course, it is certainly a surprise, but let's find out. Ano kaya? Kasi ang alam ko is that ilan ng beses silang tinatakot. Diba? Sinasabihan na. Diba nakailang beses sinasabi yung presidente, malapit ng yung tubig naman. Parang ganon. Pinupuntirya na sila. So, pagka ganon, when you have a lot of businesses, it's very easy to threaten you. Diba? Ayun, sabi ni ma'am, nailabas pa, and this is also, it's not all bad news. Ito sabi ni ma'am, nailabas pa yung USB ni Toby Tiangco na pilit nilang pinagtatakpan sa Congress kasi doon siya nag-name names. Di ba? Tama ba? Kung tama yung pagkakaintindi ko, yun ang mas maraming impormasyon. So this has been turned over. Sabi ni Mui, what will happen to the Discayas witness protection? We will have to see. Pero I don't see any reason why it should be taken out. If it is removed or not actually granted to them. Alam na natin, and I wouldn't blame them if they run. Sabi ni Carlo, the problem is the Dutertes are quiet. Parang takot magpahayag ng mga utak. I'm assuming that word is nila. Okay? So that you don't see them coming. Less talk, less mistake. And less talk, hindi kayo mapapansin. So, may lumalabas and I agree with this one. Ito yung other reasons kung bakit pinapatanggal ng administrasyon si Cheese Escudero. Number one, tinigil niya yung People's Initiative. Oo nga pala, yung Initiative for Charter Change noon. Yes, siya yung pinakamalakas. Siya yung talagang sumopla. End of that. Maintained relationships with China because, of course, the Senate does have a Foreign Relations Committee and it is the Senate that ratifies agreements. Bakit ang Senado nag-ratify ng agreements? Kasi it has to be in the legislature because laws have to be created when there are international agreements. So because we have laws in place and because we have, it is far better to pursue a more neutral, less war-like stance in our foreign relations. Pushed for diplomacy in resolving the West Philippine Sea dispute. Introduced a ban on the export of raw materials. Ito yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Kasi originally, dapat di ba binaban yung pag-export ng nickel ore para makakreate tayo ng industry sa paggagawa ng baterya and all that. By the way, environmentalists, I apologize if I make it look like, pro-mining tayo. Pero as long as may mining pa rin, then you may as well make whatever out of it. Hindi po titigil ang mining. I would love for it not to be there anymore. But since it's there, why aren't we getting the full benefit out of it? So if we continue to export nickel ore, maliit yung kikitain, malaki yung environmental degradation, tapos other people make money out of our resources, raw material yan. Gagawa sila ng baterya, tapos i-export nila sa atin, bibili natin ng napakamahal. Sa atin galing yung main raw material niyan. And finally, delayed and archived the unconstitutional impeachment against VP Sara Duterte. Yep. Sabi ni Tats, ang Diskaya revelation today kasi will make chaos sa mga politicians na merong connections. Lalong-lalo na kung may ibang mga kontratista na sumunod. na mayroong connection sa mga anomalya sa DPWH, marami talaga masasagasaan. Kaya palit direction sa Senate para hindi na lolobo ang issue at maraming madadamay na politiko. Ibato na lang kay Duterte yon ang gusto nila. That's it. Sabi ni Dr. Bishop, live ni Attorney Roque, posible daw this week matanggal ang speaker ayon sa kaibigan niya sa Congress, kaso sa Senate pala papalitan. Correct. So, this is what I see has been happening. Every time we make gains, may gagawin sila para matigil yon. So panalo tayo, na-dismiss yung impeachment ni VP Inday. They will not take that sitting down. So anong ginawa nila? Ayan, tinausap yung mga potential witnesses. Nagbukas sila ng parang 24/7 na ano bang tawag doon? Tanggapan na kung ikaw ay hindi naman 24/7. Kung ikaw ay biktima ng drug war, punta kayo dito, witness kayo. Hindi ko alam kung ano pang dinadagdag nila. So this is what is happening now. So habang nangyayari din ito locally para mahubaran ng proteksyon si Inday, lalong-lalo na dito sa Senado, anong ginagawa nila? They're pushing for the prosecution of Rodrigo Duterte sa ICC. They're pushing for the prosecution of VP Inday and her impeachment and her disqualification in 2028. Why? Because she is still the man to beat. Hindi sila magbubuhas ng ganitong klaseng energy, ganitong klaseng pera, ng ganitong klaseng resources at oras sa isang VP Inday, sa isang Inday Sara kung hindi siya nakakatakot sa kanila. And look at what they're doing. May ginagawa pa ba silang serbisyo para sa mga sa bayan? Ha? Parang kaliwat kanan ang nakawan. Kung hindi nakawan, incompetence naman ang nakikita natin. So, really, are they still doing work? No, because that was the plan all along. Pagkasampa bilang mga opisyales ni Presidente Marcos at ni Presidente Marcos himself, hindi niya plano na magbigay ng serbisyo. He was only going to do the bare minimum. Bakit? Ano yung talagang purpose nila? To gather the resources. That's why ganyan. Gather the resources. Huwag niyo sasabihin na hindi naman sila kumikita sa mga graft ng mga ibang opisyales, di ba? Well, I wouldn't believe na walang ganansya dyan. Now, what they're doing is gathering resources, putting in the infrastructure to make sure that they will be in power for at least 20 years. Okay? Nalas kong naririnig sa kanila yan, 20 years si senior, dapat 20 years din sila. Plus, they're making up for lost time. Yung time na nasa Hawaii sila, yung time na nasa New York or whatever, yung time na wala sila dito sa Pilipinas, gusto nilang bawiin yun. Miss Jane, sinabi ko na po kanina, I will post it later, pero I already mentioned their names. Ronel says, good afternoon. Hi, good afternoon po. Aji says, governor po ata ng Mindoro. Yan, yep. Government is so incompetent, sabi ni Ferlud. Sabi ni Ma'am Lea, posible bang palitan si Marcoleta o unahan na sila ni Marcoleta? Ma'am, posibleng palitan. Iba na po ang mayorya. And take note ha, nung una okay lang si Marcoleta sa kanila kasi akala nila independent, ganyan. But when he started conducting these hearings, Allah. Miss Jane, please don't flood. Sabi ni H-Mine, si ayaw natin magkaisa para baguhin Pilipinas, yan gusto. Ano daw? Ayusin nyo namang grammar. Paano magkakaintindihan tayo? Sabi ni Richard, kaya nga nagsanib puwersa na sila, oligarchs, NPA, HOR, executive, mapabagsak lang ang mga Duterte, kaya Supreme Court na lang ang kakampi ng masa. Yap. Sabi ni Ferlud, who is the minority now? Eh di yung, ilan ba? 15, 24, 9? 9 ba? O, mga ganun. 9? No, wait. Ilan ba? Shucks, I'm really bad at math. How? 9 ang minority. Oh, tama pala. 9 ang minority. So, bilangin natin, Marcoleta, Escudero, Marcos, De La Rosa, Go, Padilla, minority din daw si Senator Alan Peter. Sino ba yung dalawang hindi, Sabi ni Eds H, may news na may cleansing sa COA. Oo, para mapaandar nila yung pag DQ kay VP Inday. Sabi ni Dr. Bishop, oops, bilis. Villanueva, minority. Nag-giveaway siya. So, kulang pa tayo ng isa. Tama ba yun? Kulang tayo ng isa. Sino pa yung isa? Na-mention ata ni Cheese kanina that he will be joining the minority. Oo, unang-una ko siyang binilang. Bobet says, marami pa rin makasariling interes sa Senado. May pa-Bible verse pa yung mga bulaan. Estrada. Si Jinggoy, ano? Okay. Good one.